What's up? What's up? In here. How you feeling, man? What's going on? I done ate me some lunch at home today. Just getting the day started. Well, really breakfast because I was in the mood for some waffles and egg, all prepared in the microwave and air fryer. Y'all know Amp ain't no cook. Man, it's Sunday. And I got a whole lot to do, and it's what, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Still got a lot to do, and I feel like I am just getting started. I was in the mood for some breakfast though. I see I have it at the house today. Really for what? For breakfast or for last night? I don't know why. As soon as I got home, I was in the mood for breakfast. I probably got out too early. hmm Sunday fun day. I got to do haircuts. School start back tomorrow. Oh, fish and grits for breakfast. Man, we had the last time I had that, I was in Georgia, and it was years ago. I'm talking about like when I was a kid. I ain't had fish and grits for breakfast since I was. It's been years now. That's a good little meal. There, don't get me wrong. Y'all know that fish got to be fried. I don't mess with no grease. How you doing? How you doing? Good afternoon. I'm in here. I'm being rude, y'all. Again, I'm sorry. Eating lunch, slash breakfast, and chatting with y'all at the same time. What y'all doing this Sunday? What y'all getting done? I hope y'all being proactive. I've been telling my kid to get ready. Uh, since I went to the gym this morning, since way before I got here. Now I'm waiting on him. I had a couple customers to come by, picked up red velvet cake because y'all know I got a red velvet cake business, and I have another one that it was gonna be for sale. See, this is the red velvet cake that I make, y'all. I told y'all I got a red velvet cake business, and it's called Selena's. This is the best red velvet cake that you will ever taste. It's only in Tampa right now. I'm getting it out there, but this one actually I had an extra one because the customers always call me and ask me, "Do I have anything extra?" Today I did, but they usually snatch it up really quick. So this one, I'm taking Caleb to get his hair done, and the lady who's doing his hair is like, "Do you have any more cake?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got some." So I guess you're gonna take that off of my total. I ain't mad at that. I'm down for the bartering system any day. Yeah, you sure can. If you in Tampa, go to selenasred.com. Always get you some cake. I'm pretty much gonna be going back full time to my cake because I'm not sure if I'm going back to my job yet. I'm still contemplating on that, but I am eating some waffles and some eggs and some sauce, some turkey sausage because I don't eat beef and pork. I was in the mood for breakfast. Um, I don't know why. I mean, before I left and went to the gym, I had a protein shake with some oatmeal in it. Got back and I'm like starving, but I didn't want regular like lunch food. I wanted to have some breakfast still. So that's what we're doing. And it is, oh, I got to go get me some more syrup 'cause I feel like I'm running out. I feel like my waffle getting dry. I know some people like a little bit of syrup when I'm eating. I'm trying not to drown them in syrup, but y'all know these waffle be drying up the syrup when you put a little syrup on there. I recently started eating breakfast at this place called Village Inn. I'm probably gonna do that one morning. Um, I used to go to IHOP when I was working. This girl told me to try the pancakes at Village Inn, and I'm like, let me go try it. So I went to Village Inn one day, and the breakfast that they served was much better than the one at IHOP. So ever since she put me on Village Inn, I've been going to Village Inn. I haven't went in a couple of days. It's probably been like a week or two. But I was eating at Village Inn like 3 days straight while I was at work every day. Put it in the little order, go pick it up on head to work. I got some protein pancakes called Kodiak pancakes. It's probably what I should be eating, especially after the gym. I didn't feel like those today. I want some regular protein pancake. You know how you have one of them days, you like, man, this what I want. That's what I'm on today. I gotta list some of these clothes I got for my reselling business. And I had a guy that was following me, and I'm not sure if he here or not. Just want to let him know I completely apologize because I seen him on a live one day, and he was saying, he was like, "Hey, what happened to the shorts that I bought from you? Hey, Mia, how you doing?" And I'm like, "What shorts? What are you talking about?" And then I had to list this coat that I had on my apostle. Then I seen he had bought the shorts that was on the apostle. I had been in there in like weeks. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So if you are here, sir, I definitely want to apologize. I sent the shorts off probably like sometimes like the same day that I seen that message, I sent them off. So they already been shipped off. And they told me that they canceled the order because it was too late. But if they cancel the order and they don't pay me for it, it shows that it got delivered. You can still keep them. You can keep them at no charge. So if you are on here, if you're listening, if you tune into my live, because I see you came here one day, if they refund you your money back, you can just keep them at no charge. Because I am so sorry. I didn't have my notifications on for the app, and I should have had the notifications on. So when the alert came through as far as you purchasing them, I didn't even know you had purchased them. But when I went in that day to list something, I seen the notifications are on now, but if Posh refunds you your money back because I took too long to ship it off, I did send them. They're yours to keep. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't do business that way. So if it took me too long, I still ship them off and they refund your money. You don't have to send them back. They're yours to keep. Business is business. Got to treat the customers right so they'll come back to you. You know what I'm saying? I got to go get me some more coffee when I leave here. I did not have some coffee from yesterday. Now, believe it or not, y'all don't call me nasty, but you know that you could. This lady taught me this in Georgia years ago. You know you can save your coffee. When I was at work, right? I would have my coffee sitting at the desk, and she was like, Y'all excuse me 'cause I'm being rude and I'm talking to y'all and eating at the same time. She told me, she was like, I was getting ready to pull my coffee out, go get me some fresh coffee or buy me some coffee, whatever I was gonna do. She was like, babe, why are you pouring the coffee out? I'm like, well, I'm gonna get me some, it's cold, I'm gonna get me some new coffee. She was like, that coffee's still good. Just put it in the microwave and warm it up. I was like, really? She's like, "Mm." So this is when I used to drink it hot. I drink iced coffee now. So what I do is if I'm not done with it and it's a decent coffee, I just put it in the refrigerator, go back to it. The one that I had yesterday, I'm usually going to Dunkin' Donuts. But once I quit this job, I'm gonna have to cut back. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to be tight just to see how things gonna be for the first couple of, weeks or month. But the lady that fixed that coffee yesterday, I used the app actually, and it was free. But the lady that fixed the coffee yesterday, or however they fixed it, I'm going back to that Dunkin' because it didn't have too much ice in it, and it was actually like that coffee had me going. I didn't go to sleep till like 1, 2 in the morning. I went and got it around about 5 o'clock. How y'all feeling? Y'all go to church this Sunday? It's Sunday. Seen a lady that told me in one of my comments on Facebook, she said, and I can tell a lot of people I knew when they started following me because she was like, I see you do everything for your kid. Make sure you get them a church home. Y'all start going to church. And I'm like, I know some people be trying to be nice, but how do y'all know everybody in the same religion? You know what I'm saying? Everybody just think that everybody in the same religion, which I do believe in God. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying people that don't be knowing, they just say stuff. Make sure you have your church home and stuff like that. I'm like, we go to church. I might go online. See, that's what I'm saying. Like the church that I attend, my son, he'll go to it. Usually with my sister, he'll go to the church. So I definitely like it because they have like a youth service and stuff like that. Me, most of the time I'm working, but what I appreciate about that church is that they do have like a live on YouTube. The church is not in that long because that's another thing I really like. Because the church that I grew up in, let me tell y'all the truth. We used to be in church from like get to church. I think if you went to Sunday school was from like 8 to like 10. And I think church service started at like 10:30. We didn't used to get out of church till like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock sometimes. Oh my God, we was in church all day long. Mm-mm-mm. I'm like Big Tamika right now. I made this myself. How you doing? Yeah, I'm telling you, we used to be in church all day long. Now, don't get me wrong, I still put my kid in church so he'll have a little foundation, you know what I'm saying? But I don't make them go how we used to go. Man, my mom used to have us in church. I think we was in church more than we was in school. We got older. You think church was better then? I mean, I don't know. I didn't. I mean, I guess different stroke for different folks. Me, I didn't know what's going on. I didn't really care for how things went down in my mom's church, so I don't. I won't. I don't know. I couldn't necessarily say it was better then. You know what I'm saying? I like that I have control over things in my life now, but that when we was in there too long, you got a whole bunch of people that are holier than thou. Everybody coming from the street. Everybody coming from doing something wrong. That's what the church is full of, sinners. Everybody coming from doing the wrong thing, but everybody in there can tell you how to do the right thing. I got kind of sick of that. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole bunch of hypocrites in here. All y'all in here for something bad, but all y'all got the answers to everything. I ain't too much like that. Then again, that's why you got to turn around and find a church that works for you. That's what I found out when I got older. Because the one that I attend is, uh, you do. And I do my church is online. So the one that I attend now, it's so crazy because it's a very diverse church. You know what I'm saying? You got, I think the pastor is white. There's a lot of black people that go there. There's white people that go there. You know what I'm saying? God can send a word through anybody. Don't matter who you are. You can be black, white, Asian, Korean. Don't matter. You know, God can send a word through anybody. But I guess it just depends on where you will be. You've been drawn to. You know what I'm saying? Where you feel like you getting, the what you need. You know what I'm saying? Not like the different avenues where you're not feeling like I'm not really attending church. Feel like I am. They have it on YouTube, and I think they have different services throughout the week. You can pay offering and stuff right through an app and things like that. So I like the way that church is changing. Not saying that you can't go in. People and then people put it on you and be like, "Oh, you need to go in. You need to fellowship." Who made that rule? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of them. So I feel like who made that rule that you need to go in and you need to see the people and stuff like that? I appreciate that, the church is still realizing that people have busy lives and sometimes they can't always attend or can't come in and they make it convenient for you to actually go online and attend that service so you ain't missing nothing. I like the way they do that. If you still need to donate, you need to pay offer, you need to pay tithes and stuff like that, they still make it convenient for you to still participate. Now you don't feel some type of way because you didn't go to church or we had a lot of that. My mama been going to her church probably 20, 30 years now. And from what I understand, I can kind of see how that going to the gym. They say after doing something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. Uh, so she been going to church for that church for like 30 years, going in. And sometimes she stopped what she doing to go into the church. Like for example, we had last year we had New Year's Eve at my sister's house out in Orlando. My mama usually go to church at she usually go to New Year's Eve service called Watch Night, if y'all ever heard of something like that. So she'll usually go to something like that every single year. So I was like, look, we going over here, we gonna celebrate in New Year's at my sister's house. So we was there. My mama agreed out. She was like, "Oh, churches." I'm like, "You've been going to that church for 30 years. If you don't know the Lord by now, you ain't gonna know him. I'm sure he ain't gonna be upset with you for missing Watch Night this year." You know what I'm saying? I literally had to convince her, you don't have to go in the church tonight. You can spend it with your kids and your family. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more just to force the habit of, oh, I'm used to going. I'm just so used to going. I was like, and that's probably why she pushed us in there so much. You know what I'm saying? She been going to that same church for a very, very long time. And well, going to that church for a long time, I think I kind of I feel her a little bit because I kind of feel like that when I'm going to the gym. Like if I try to do 3, maybe 4 days a week, especially I put myself on this routine. I want to be this size. I want to do these things. And if I don't hit the day that I need to actually, what I'm saying? If I'm only hit 2 days and I know I should hit 3 or 4, and I'm kind of like my plans are kind of being thrown off. Yes, sir. What's going on? You need shampoo? Go get it at my bathroom. Caleb going to get his hair done. So he done took his hair out. He don't want me to help him with it, so now he do it on his own. I asked him, did he want me to help him take it out? He said, no. I said, I can just help you take it out. No, I can do it. I'm like, all right. But we got to drop him off to get his hair done at 3 o'clock. So yeah, that's what I was saying. But the funniest thing was she was actually let me tell y'all, man. Man, we was out there. It was New Year's, and I did actually did a reel. If y'all caught it on Instagram or Facebook, if y'all following that, it might be in my shorts on YouTube too. Man, we was actually my mama was. We, you know how everybody run around the neighborhood, they blowing home, we making noise and everything. Happy New Year, the neighbors outside, fireworks going on. This, and I can't find my mom. I'm like, what? Y'all see your mama? Man, I'm looking around. She come out the back room after everything done calm down. I say, where you coming from? She down, oh, I was in the back praying. I was like, man, you can't stay out of church 30 minutes. Oh, she in the back room praying. I know she had done disappeared. I said, no, I done took her out of church. New Year hit, she back there in the room praying. Nobody ain't seen it. I said, at least she came to the house. She agreed to come and spend New Year with us. She was still back there in the room praying. My girl said she wasn't gonna miss out on that. And I said, okay, okay. But I understand after doing something for so long, but honestly, with that, to be honest with y'all, I honestly think that, and some people probably don't agree with me on that. Some people probably don't feel like, okay, I think we went too much, way too much. And I'm not saying it's no such thing as too much, but with church, but we was there like I think it and personally, when I'm sharing my story and I'm sharing this with y'all, and I probably share it on another life. Um my my fault. Can y'all hear me now? So I feel like we went so much that it took away a lot of our childhood. So when people ask me, "Oh, you taking him to church?" This and this, especially my kid, not so much. I take him, you know what I'm saying? I really like him to go on Sundays with my sister, but sometimes I have a lot to do on Sundays with him and getting him ready for the week. If the church has something, my older sister contact me and say, "Hey, the youth program having something, you want him to come?" This and that. I'm like, "Yeah." She just say, "You have to drop him off." So he does know about church. He'll go. He probably doesn't go as much as I did as a kid. He definitely know the Lord. He know about God. The reason why is I didn't want to drown him in that. Not that I didn't want him to know about church. It's just that we were drowned in that. You know what I'm saying? And when I finally had a chance to get out into the world, I was so green and I got ran over so many times. I didn't know anything because we were in church all the time. And a lot of what church teaches is church are really good, wholesome people. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear the volume? Y'all can hear me? Yeah. And so a lot of the time when you go into church, what people feel like is, church people are like really good, wholesome people. They don't do any wrong and stuff like that. And that's kind of what you get taught. But the thing about it is the world is not full of good, wholesome, sweet people. You know what I'm saying? I ran into, screwballs, you know what I'm saying? Got my head ripped off, and you still this nice person that came out of church, and you find all these people that are nothing like what you got taught. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things got took away from us. We couldn't go trick or treating. And some people feel like, oh, trick or treating is Halloween is of the devil and all this kind of stuff. But I feel like when you have like little kids and things like that, them kids, it all depends on what you put in your mind of what this is for. People can call, oh, this is a devil's holiday and all this kind of stuff. When you got toddlers that's 2 and 3 and they kindergarten classes is going trick or treat, you got kids who don't even understand what that is, but just having fun. They ain't thinking about no goblins and ghouls and witches and stuff like that. You take that away from kids that don't know. And then they see everybody around them that enjoys these things and they don't understand why they can't enjoy them. You see what I'm saying? And the only things they can participate in is church holidays like Easter and maybe Christmas and stuff like that. But there were so many things that we could not do. And I think that at one time, they was getting ready to start trying to pull Christmas away from us because they were like, this holiday is about God and we're getting gifts for each other. The church used to always change up something. I say, next thing you know, the ladies gonna be covered in them dresses. They ain't gonna be able to show their faces in a minute. It was always something different. You know what I'm saying? The ladies couldn't wear black polish. Their skirts had to be all the way down to their feet. I used to say they had on wedding dresses. I'd be like, it just the whole culture of it just became so strict and stuff like that. And I didn't want that for my kid. And I'm saying, okay, so a lot of people, it's a lot of, if y'all notice, if y'all follow me on Facebook and some of the networks, so some of the people from the church actually that knew us growing up will follow me and they'll try to chime in sometime. And I ain't too hot for all of them because a lot of stuff that they did, I feel like wasn't right. So they try to chime in on what I'm doing for my kid and stuff like that. I'm not. I don't need your help on what you figure is good for my kid on Halloween or what we shouldn't celebrate or do that in your damn house. We ain't doing that over here. I decided as a parent, I wasn't taking that stuff for my kid. When he was little, he wanted to be Spider-Man. When he wanted to go with his class, he wanted to get an Easter basket and all that. Church, oh, we don't do Easter basket. We don't over here, we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? All of them probably didn't agree that he can't. Oh, we don't do Easter baskets, or we don't celebrate Halloween. And man, I let my kid enjoy being a kid. All of those parts that got took away from my life, I wasn't taking that away from my kid. You know what I'm saying? It's a different stroke for different folk. Different folks stroke for different folks. If everybody might not agree with that, but I felt like I don't want my kid to grow up and feel like, what is this kind of stuff? What's going on? Man, they got to learn about the real world, and I wasn't gonna be the cause to say I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? We didn't do these type of things because, you know what I'm saying, my dad didn't let me do these type of things. We didn't celebrate that. Different folk for different folk. I have a friend she's Muslim, and there are a lot of things that she believes in, and she doesn't let her kids do, and a lot of things that, with the religion that they're not able to do. I understand that. You see what I'm saying? And she understands that I grew up in a Christian foundation. There's a lot of things that we couldn't do. It's just that I don't push it on my kid as far as what they couldn't do. But she does still understand that her kids are kids, right? So they do something like she explained to me Ramadan. I'm sure some of y'all heard of that before. It's called Ramadan. And I think it's this month. And Ramadan is I think she told me, I learned a lot about it because she told me about her, about her religion. I've shared mine with her. And she said, I guess they can't eat or drink anything from when the sun comes up until the sun goes down. But she said she doesn't enforce that for the kids because they can't. That's how I feel like she said they can't understand that. You know what I'm saying? But no, they're not the Jehovah Witness. She's a Muslim, but they can't. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's this month, but it's for 30 days, and they can't eat none. They can't eat none from before the sun come up. They have to eat before the sun come up, none to eat or drink, and then after the sun goes down, then they can eat again, eat and drink. But she don't enforce it for the kids. So I kind of feel like the same thing. She's like, no, I'm not gonna put them through that. Kids, they can't understand that. They're not gonna be able to do that. So that's my thing with it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like my mom made us do everything. Vacations and everything that we did, it was all with the church. That's all we knew. So my life with my kid is a different life. We don't live the same way that I did growing up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we struggled a lot too. That was another thing that made me mad. I feel like we struggling, we in church. How we struggling and we going to church? You know what I'm saying? The church people supposed to be doing good. But then all of that was a mindset. You know what I'm saying? Even saying like, oh, church people shouldn't be struck. That all depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? I I was thinking like, oh, we shouldn't be struggling. We in church. Man, the Lord reign on the just as well as the us unjust. Because I've seen, people in my family, they ain't never go to church. They mom had a nice house, they had the nicest clothes, nicest shoes and things like that. I'm like, what's going on? We go to church, but it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how my mind was set to think about things. It don't have nothing to do with just, y'all going to church, y'all supposed to be better. Mm-mm. It's all in how you do things. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't no fool. You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't want you to be no fool. I learned a lot, but I ain't perfect, but I do things my way. You know what I'm saying? People have to get their own understanding on it. So I hate when people try to push it off on me of what they do. And this is how we gonna do things. So that in a nutshell, we grew up in it. It was heavy when we grew up in it. It's just that my child does know church is just that I ain't doing them how I got did. No, no, no. He'd be looking at us crazy. Yeah, that's Ramadan. So I wonder if it's this month. Last time I talked to her, I believe we talked this month. So I think it's this month. And it's for 30 days. If I ain't mistaken, I'm gonna talk to her and check and then I'll confirm. But if I ain't mistaken, I can look it up on Google too. When I'm finished eating this plate, y'all. Had a nice chat with y'all. I'm gonna go live today on Facebook and TikTok. So if y'all there, make sure y'all tune in on that too. I'm finna go put this plate up and then I'm putting out some more content. I'm gonna try to finish up some long form video on YouTube today. So y'all make sure y'all check it out and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being a part of the family and chilling with Amp from Tampa. I'll be back on here and y'all make sure y'all on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're gonna be chatting on there. It was nice talking to y'all. See you later, Miss Claire. All right, y'all.